वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमातनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुं गुरु ब्रह्मा गुरु विष्णु गुरुदेवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. I welcome everyone who are available in the temple and who are online. Today we are going ahead with our study on Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, which we do every Saturday morning 10 to 11. And we are on the third chapter. Karma Yoga Nama Trutiyo Adhyaya. We are on the third chapter. And here we were on the 10th sloka where the word Yagya came. What is a Yagya? Yagya kya hai? And then we studied various aspects of Yagya and what is a Yagya? Who can participate? Who are the people who are working as a part of the Yagya? And what they can exert? What they can work as a Yagya? यज्ञ में क्या क्या कर सकते हैं, यज्ञ क्या होता है, यज्ञ में क्या करना चाहिए, यज्ञ में मेरा पार्ट क्या है, what is my part to play in the yajna. This is all we talked about. We came from the whole varna vyavastha and the karma and what is karma and karma yoga, and we came up to the level of yajna. What is yajna? And then we defined the selfless action together with others is yajna in a very simple term, and why we need yajna, how yajna can bring harmony and peace in the world, bringing prosperity and equality. That is what we saw last time. And also some of the misnomers and misunderstandings about yajna, like what we saw about the animal killing. Yeah, sacrifice. What is the meaning of the word sacrifice in the terms of a yajna? There is no equivalent word of yajna in English. So in English it is translated as sacrifice, and unfortunately it jive completely with the killing of the animals during a period in history, and so yajna is considered as a killing of animals, is a misunderstanding, and that is what we discussed last time. And we talked about harmony and peace in the world. The world will be having peace and harmony when we do the yajna. Now the question arises, I got some questions that, oh, you are telling about yajna is for peace and harmony, then how come we see the yajna in history which are creating problems, like Ashwamegh Yagya? What is an Ashwamegh Yagya? We all know that there is a horse by a big king or emperor which goes around in the area, in the continent, and any king who is holding the horse or who is not not agreeing with what the emperor is telling, he has to fight. Ashwamegh Yagya. If you go to Kashi, Varanasi, you go and you see one ghat named Ashwamegh Ghat. Dasa Ashwamegh, 10 Ashwamegh Yagya done by the Raghu and his dynasty, Dashrath Raghu, 10 Ashwamegh Yagya. So it seems from here that actually the Ashwamegh Yagya is for fighting. It is for the political supremacy. It seems like that. So if we are talking that yajna can bring harmony and equality, how come a Ashwamegh Yagya is having a fighting between the kings? And that is why I thought that it is important that we understand what is a Ashwamegh Yagya, and again what is a yajna. So we will take some time in it, although it is a little diversion from the sloka over here. So first I will chant the sloka, and then we will understand about the Ashwamegh Yagya. So this is the 10th sloka of 3rd chapter. I will be chanting now. Saha yagya praja srushta purovacha prajapati anena prasavishyadvam eshavostishta kamaduka eshavostishta kamaduka saha yagya praja srushta. The God created whom? Praja, the people, and also Yagya together. Saha Yagya, the God created people and Yagya together. That is what is true. And that is where the Yagya word came, and we are understanding it. And anena prasavishyatvam, prasavishyatvam, vruddhi ko prapta ho, you grow who? Together we grow, because yajna is done together. So everybody grows and everybody gets ishta, ishtaka, maduka, whatever they prepare, whatever they like, whatever they good for them. इच्छित कामनाओं को पूर्ण करने वाला, that is what is yagya. But if that is the case, then how come a Ashwamegh Yagya can become a Yagya, and it doesn't jive with the definition which we are talking. So let us understand the present day situation, and also let us understand what is the Ashwamegh Yagya and how it is actually bringing the peace and harmony in the world. In the look, it looks like that the king, emperor, is the procedure is, those people who want to Google it can Google it more detail. But Ashwamegh Yagya means a big emperor is going to put a horse, and the horse can go anywhere in the world. And then there is a big army who is going behind the horse. Anybody any other king who is greeting the horse is actually accepting the emperor. And one who is not greeting and holding the horse has to fight with the army and win. If they do not win, then the Ashwamegh emperor wins, and then they go further. So it's very simple and visible that a Ashwamegh Yagya is bringing war. And here we are telling that Saha Yagya Praja Sushta Anena Prasavishyadam, we are getting peace, harmony, and what people need. How come? So we have to understand that the reason of that misunderstanding is because how we are, that is how we see. How we are, that is how we see. That is the psychology and the thing, and what I use the word, the thinkology is in a humankind. Suppose you bring a carpenter to a very good house and you ask him to see the house, and then you ask him, how was the house? How did you find it? He will talk all about the carpentry and the woodwork in the house. Why? Because he has an eye for the woodwork, for the carpentry work. He doesn't have the eye for the masonry work or the steel structure or the arc and all that. He doesn't. A carpenter will look only at the wood side. A painter will look in that same house only the painting and the colors and all that. So similarly, because there is a difference in thinking, in the way of looking at the society from Eastern and Western cultures, the people who are from the Western culture thought that this Yagya, Ashwamegh Yagya, is nothing but conquering. Because there is a major history is seen as conquerors. There are always conquerors and winners. There are no coexistence. We do not see in the Western and European culture that there is a coexisting kings. There is nowhere we can see coexistence even as an independent kingdom. Either there is slavery, or the one king is a subordinate level or a lower level than the other king. One is an emperor and one is a king. We do not see it. So let us understand, because Ashwamegh Yagya is very important from point of view of Yagya as well as what the thing is. What happens? That any time in the society, because of the change in technology, change in environment, change in people's thinking, change in bringing new ideas in the society, what happens? That the situation, the social, political, economical situation keeps changing. When the social, economical, political situation change, even environmental, the rivers change their courses, the ocean shores keep going in and out, the water level keeps increasing and decreasing. So with this change in the environment, change in the nature, change in the world, the adjustment has to be done for coherence, for a continuation of life. This continuation of life will need a common thinking. When there is no common thinking, there is no life. Let us take a simple example of our family. In our family, when we eat, we consider, when the mother or somebody cooks the food, they consider everybody. Oh, I should not put more salt because the grandfather has got a high blood pressure. I should make some sweets because the kids love sweets. That is how we do in family. extrapolate that to the whole universe, the whole world, the situation keeps changing. Situation is varied. Technology keeps changing. How the world and how the people should live in this world, how we can decide? How together we can decide? Just like in family, the mama will ask, okay, what do you guys want to eat? And the kids will say, oh, I want to eat jalebi, I want to eat laddu. They will come for sweets. And somebody else will say, oh, my stomach is not good, so I want to eat something simple. And then mama prepares various recipes which are appropriate to everyone. That is a family, isn't it? If mama thinks that no, I like only kachoris and pakodis, I will bring that. Whoever wants to eat, they eat. If it is spicy, I don't care whether kids can eat it or not. Mama doesn't do that. She considers everybody in the family. Similarly, with the changing situations in the world, what is the platform on which we can come together, discuss, and see what is the best for everyone? And somebody will say, democracy. Yeah, somebody will say democracy. So many people come together, and whoever is giving the maximum amount of, the highest share, highest amount of opinion, is the path to go. And I always say about an example, that imagine that there is a girl, there is a lady or an old person who is walking on the road. Evening time, 9 o'clock, she is coming from the job. And then there are 2 or 3 bad guys who want to tease us or tease her or take her purse away. Now a democratic person comes, a total democratic person comes, and he says, no, hold on, whether these boys should take the purse from this girl or not, let us take the voting. What will happen? One girl will say purse should not be taken, and 3 boys will say purse should be taken. So now it is legal to take the purse from the girl. That is democracy. Going by the masses is not always the true way of working. That is why democracy is not in the Indian culture, in the Eastern culture. We never had it. We had Nagrik. राजा और नागरिक. राम राजा थे, मगर धोबी ने कहा तो भी उसने एक्शन लिया. Raja and Nagrik, we should understand that. When we come to the temple, just don't go to the Rama. Yes, of course you should go to Rama idol, but understand what it means. Otherwise we will be just going and walking away. That is what Ram ने नागरिक पैदा किया, प्रजा नहीं पैदा की. राजा और प्रजा नहीं है, राजा और नागरिक है. That is what. Anyway, we will go into a burrow hole. So let us fix on the Ashwamegh. So what happens in Ashwamegh? When the horse goes, the king who is agreeing with it doesn't become the slave, doesn't pay the extra money, to the king who has got the horse away, who has got the horse out over there. वो जो emperor है, उसका खंडिया राजा नहीं हो जाता. He need not to give any money to the king, the emperor. He doesn't lose his sovereignty of his kingdom. He doesn't lose the sovereignty of his kingdom when the Ashwamegh horse comes and passes through his kingdom. So what happens? Then why Ashwamegh Yagya? What is that Yagya? Ashwamegh Yagya means with the changing of the world, changing of the society, changing of environment, everything, what should be the best way to work towards? What is the best way the society should be doing? And in every area, in learning, in education, in politics, in economics, in arts, in sculpture, every area, the purpose of the Ashwamegh is that these kings comes in agreement that yes, we are all together without losing our sovereignty. We are all together to start. What? To start thinking about how we should be going further. How for 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, a planning, a universal level planning of how the society should be going further. That is what is Ashwamegh Yagya. And that is why Ashwamegh Yagya used to take a lot of time. एक दो अश्वमेघ यज्ञ के बीच में 150 साल, 100 साल का अश्वमेघ यज्ञ किया. 100 years अश्वमेघ यज्ञ means what? For 100 years they were putting lots of resources and milk and everything in the fire. A fire going on for 100 years, does it mean a yajna? It means people come together, that all the big intellect, all the big people in their own skill area. I will not use the word intellect because there are people who are not intellect but skilled. The best skilled carpenters, the best skilled sculpturers, they will come together and decide what should be the further action in education, in politics, in economics. That is what is Ashwamegh. And they will work together and decide what will happen because of that. There will be no fight among the kings. There will be no wars. Actually, Ashwamegh will not create any war. The whole misnomer in our mind is what? Ashwamegh means war. घोड़ा जाता है, जिसने रोका उसके साथ में लड़ाई हो गई. सुपीरियरिटी, लूजिंग ऑफ सोवेरियनिटी, ऐसा मिसअंडरस्टैंडिंग हमारे दिमाग में डाला गया. हाँ. और स्टोरी बनाने वाले तो पुराण बनाते हैं. So Ashwamegh Yagya is for the peace. The person who agrees to the emperor's horse does not become a slave, does not lose their sovereignty of their country. He still remains the king of his country. He still remains the king. He has not to pay anything. Only contribution is that he has to send his people, the intellectual people, whom he decides, he thinks that best for his kingdom. But we cannot be individual. Best for my kingdom is not best for other people. As of today, now, in 2024, we are seeing two major wars going in the world. Major wars. Why? Because Mera Rajya, what is good for my kingdom? I am not worried about other people. I am not thinking beyond what is good for my kingdom. That is why we have got to over 50,000, 100,000 people getting killed in two wars. I need not to name. You can go into the news. And these are only major. What about the minor wars? Why? Because mine, Ashwamegh Yagya is together. That is why it is Ashwamegh Yagya. Yagya means together working, as we saw last time. That is why Ashwamegh Yagya. So somebody says, yeah, because I got a question that if you are telling that Yagya is togetherness and peace and harmony, how come Ashwamegh Yagya is for the horses and the wars? So we have to understand that it is not the war. It is not the war. It is about the people coming together and discussing, finding the best way. Maybe there is a king whose expert has come and will give a best idea than the emperor's person. उसी को कहते थे शास्त्रार्थ. शास्त्रार्थ होना चाहिए. There should be first the shastra and shastra is later. The weaponry, the war is afterwards when there is no other resort has come. That is why somebody even misunderstands Gita also. Okay, in Gita God has told you have to go through a war. भगवान ने बोला लड़ाई करो. गीता युद्ध की गीता है, युद्ध का शब्द है. गीता युद्ध का शब्द नहीं है. गीता शांति का संदेश है. Gita is the message of peace and Gita is not the message of wars. It is spoken on the battlefield of war. A very, very big war. Why? So that the peace can happen. When there is no other alternative, yuddhaya krita nischaya. That is why God told that. So one is Ashwamegh Yagya, that was the question. So what will happen in Ashwamegh? That all the people from various kingdoms will come together, they will discuss in harmony what is the best way, and then that what is decided in that Shastra, in that Shastra Sabha, in that whole big thing, it will be decided what way every king will implement their economic system, their political system, the education system, environmental system. Everything will be in harmony, and that is how the world can live in harmony through Ashwamegh Yagya. That is why there is a Ashwamegh Yagya. It is not to win the neighboring kings, it is to come in harmony with the neighboring kings. That is the meaning of it. And then another part, the next one we will talk about is, if we are doing Yagya, if we are doing a Yagya like that, what will be the result? Because if we do any work, any action has got a fruit. तो यज्ञ का जो फ्रूट निकलेगा, यज्ञ का फल निकलेगा, उसका डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन कैसे होगा? Yeah, we always have, even nowadays also we know. Before starting any work, we say, what is there in it for me? उसमें मेरे लिए क्या है? What is my share in it? What is my share? मेरे लिए क्या है? So when we are doing yagya also, the fruits will come. How? So now when the fruits come, there are questions. What kind of fruits will come? How the distribution of the fruit will be there? And how the fruit should be consumed? That is also a big question. Sometimes we see people working in harmony. As long as the fruit has not come, they will work in harmony. The moment the fruit starts coming, there is a dispute. Yeah. 4 people start a business, convenience store. Let us start business together and start a convenience store. As long as the convenience store is making a loss, they are in harmony. They are all in harmony. They will work together, work hard so that the convenience store is getting, in a good shape. But the moment the convenience store starts earning more money, you see, there is a dispute. So when the fruits are there, the disputes come. So how the yagya will do the resolution of this question? That is what the God has explained in the subsequent slokas. So we'll go to the 11th sloka, and how who gives and who takes, who gives the fruits, who takes the fruits, how the fruits are consumed. That is what the next couple of slokas are there. So I will go to the 11th sloka, I will chant it, and then we will go further to understand it. 11th sloka of 3rd chapter. Devan bhavayata nena te deva bhavayantu vaha parasparam bhavayantaha Shreya paramavapsyatha. Devan bhavayatanena. Devan bhavayatanena. The meaning, let us see the envoy of it. Deva, here the word Dev has come. By the sacrifice, unfortunately, again the yagna is considered as a sacrifice word, but we have to use it because there is no equivalent word. So, by your sacrifice, the celestial gods, Deva, will be pleased, and by cooperation between humans and the celestial gods, great prosperity will reign for all. तुम लोग इस यज्ञ द्वारा देवताओं की उन्नति करो और वे देवतागण तुम्हारी उन्नति करें. देवान भावयतानेन ते देवा भावयन्तु वः. परस्परम भावयन्तः. परस्पर टुगेदर, इन बिटवीन, विदिन. इस प्रकार परस्पर उन्नति करते हुए परम श्रेय को तुम प्राप्त होगे. दैट इज द ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ इट. देवान, celestial god. So here there are so many words. One is parasparam, very important, but we will take it as because it is in the second stanza. The first word is Devata. Devata. What is Devata? Who is Devata? How a Devata can be defined? So is देवता भगवान? देवता क्या भगवान होता है? अगर भगवान है तो भगवान और देवता में क्या फर्क है? What is the difference between a भगवान, the god, and celestial god? Devata. Now unfortunately, again, because the culture has not been understood, this Devata has been misunderstood with the Devata, so-called celestial gods, being followed in the Egyptian culture, Mesopotamia. They are considered in a different way, or seen with the same glasses. That's a mistake over there. So let us understand first of all what is Devata. Devata kya hai? Is Devata Bhagwan? So in our Puran we listen, Devata, Indra Devata, Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, and then we have got lots of Purans. We have got lots of millions of stories on Devata. They are Danav and Devata. ब्रह्मा जी ने पैदा किए, दानव पैदा किए और देवता पैदा किए. ब्रह्मा जी, the creator part of the God, created Danav and Devata, devils and celestial gods. So first question comes in the mind is that why did God created Danav? Why did he create devils? He knows that see, it is very simple. If a father is having his son alone at home, or my mother is seeing the son alone at home, what will mother do? Mother will be putting a good food in the refrigerator. Father will see that it is safety in the house, isn't it? That is how suppose they have to leave somewhere, they will put a safe condition and a good food for the son at house, so that the son can live over there for say 2-3 hours, and then they will come back, isn't it? In a family. So is Brahma not having the brain enough to create humans and the world? Why did he create the devils? Will a good father, so either he is not a good father, but he is, because he is God, so he is a good father. Then why did he create the devils, and now we have got problems and all that? And then we have got Puran. नहीं वो क्या है, डेविल नहीं रहेंगे तो तुम भगवान को याद नहीं करोगे. अच्छा, दुख आएगी जब भी भगवान को याद करना है? No, because when there is a problem, you will go to the God and you will remember him. That's a selfish son. If I have a problem, then only I will go to my father. That is a selfish son or daughter. I don't have any problem, but I have love for my father. That is what is a real good son. प्रॉब्लम आया इसलिए भगवान के पास जाओगे, इसलिए भगवान ने दानव पैदा किए. God created the devils. Why? Because you will remember the God. They will create problem. Deliberate problems are created in the life of the son. Why? Because then only he will remember the father. Does it any way look logical? In any way, it is not logical. And there are so many Puran written in multiple areas. Not only in Sanatana Dharma, in the other religions also. So let us go to that. First of all, Devata. Who is Devata? He is a god. And then every Devata is designated with a specific power. Agni Devata, Vayu Devata, Agni Devata, the god of fire. He can do fire everywhere. He can create fire. He has got the control on fire. Vayu Devata, he has got control on the water and the winds. Jala Devata, he has got control on the water. Vayu Devata, control on the winds. And then there is a hierarchy, we see the hierarchy. Phala Phala Rushi ne tab kiya, Indra Dev ne bola, jao, Kam Dev ko bola. Kam Dev, that is a great thing also. In Sanatana Dharma, Kam is also considered as a Dev. In other religions, Kam is considered as a problem. It's a bad thing. Yes. Lust and law, it's considered as a bad thing. But in Sanatana Dharma, even Kam Dev is also there. No problem. Yeah, Kam is also a Dev. One of the force. So basically, Devata is considered as a force. One of the force which is there in the world. Specific force, and is controlled by a specific person, and that is a Devata. That is Devata. That is how it is considered as a Devata. So here, there is a word come as Devata. Devan. Devan bhavyata nena. Devan, the God gives. So are these Devata, first of all, living in heaven? स्वर्ग लोक में इंद्र बैठे थे और वहाँ अग्निदेव वायुदेव सब बैठे थे, ऐसा. That is what we are taught in the Puran. So that means Devatas are somewhere up in the sky or somewhere up on another planet, who are able to control the powers of the world and are giving you good or bad omen and results. Is that Devata? If we are on earth, how they sends us the resources? And here, Parasparam, te deva bhava yantu. You also give and serve the Devata. In our puja also we are taught, right? So many. Agni Dev ki puja karo, Vayu Devata ki puja karo. So if they are up in the celestial somewhere, How we can send it to them? What is the method? How they will receive? And another question is, if they are Devata, if they are so capable, why do they need anything from us? Capable आदमी को हमारे से क्या चाहिए? If there is a big industrialist, CEO of a big company, you do something so that he gets something. Why does he need anything from you? He doesn't need. He is capable, he is resourceful, he has got all the powers. Why does he need anything from you? देवता को जरूरत ही क्या है आपसे लेने की? देवता means what? और he is superior. देवता बड़े पावरफुल है. अग्नि देवता ने फूंक किया और भस्म हो गया, ऐसा एकदम solid, powerful. So a powerful person, why does he need something from you? परस्परम भावयन्तः. तुम लोग इस यज्ञ द्वारा देवताओं की उन्नति करो और वे देवतागण तुम्हारी उन्नति करेंगे. How can we do the, imagine how we as a very normal incapable person, so called, will be able to do the work which will help the Devata. Who is Devata? What is the meaning of Devata? And this is explaining the solution or the method of resolving the inherent inequality, inherent unequal distribution of resources resolved through the Yagya. So here this is explained like that. So who is Devata? How do we give Devata? Why do they need something from us if they are all capable? If I give $5 to a billionaire, it looks like that. He doesn't care even, he doesn't really need it. And another part is, if they are so capable, why are they even looking at us? A capable person will never care, isn't it? Nowadays, when we see a capable person, a big politician or somebody, do they care for us? Do very rich people care for us? You think so? They don't even care. They are living in a big mansion. Kutte se saavdhan. Be aware of dogs. There is a security. You go to their place, they will say, who are you? What's the business? They don't care for you. So why here Devata is shown as caring for you? Parasparam bhavyantah. Why? And how do I send? How do I send and reach them? This is again where people ask questions. भगवान को फूल चढ़ाया, भगवान को कैसे पहुंचा? राम भगवान के पैर के पास में हमने फूल रखा. I kept the flower at the feet of the idol of Ram, Lord Ram, भगवान राम, not Lord, भगवान राम. वो फूल उनको कैसे पहुंचा? How did that flower reach to him? Ram was at that time number one. Even if he is alive in this idol, okay, but how does it reach to him? These are all questions, and all these questions are answered through this sloka. It is indirectly explaining the idol worship also. Why idol worship? But let us go further on the topic itself. So milk on the Shivaling, how does it reach to Shiva? Flowers and food. भोग लगाते हैं और प्रसाद बन जाता है. अब जो लगाते हैं, what we put in the feet of the God is bhog, and when we receive it, it becomes prasad. What is the difference? What is the difference between prasad and bhog? We talked about prasad in detail. We talked about it in detail. Definition of bhog and prasad. What we are trying to achieve by putting a bhog. If we are putting 10 laddus there and we are getting 10 laddus back, then what do we achieve? Why to put a bhog over there at all? Laddu banaya, kha lo. Why to offer it to the God? Paraspar bhavayantama. What we are getting back is prasad. Wow. And people also say that हमने भोग लगाया ना, या whatever food we have put as a bhog has a different taste than when it comes back as a prasad. Prasad में स्वाद है. That is what people say also. Literally as well as emotionally, sentimentally. So this sloka is explaining the interdependency in the society. It is explaining the interdependency in society, and it is also explaining that there will be always levels in the society. There will be always levels in the society. There is a person, let us take a small story. Suppose there was a father who gave $100 to each of his sons. There were 4 sons, he had 4 sons, and he gave $100 to each son. And he told them, I love you guys, so here is $100, go and consume as you want. Go and do whatever you want with this $100. What happened? One son was having, he was in a great favor of food. So he goes to a good restaurant and he eats the food, he enjoys the food and he consumes all $100. Another guy is thinking, no, my father is giving me $100, I should use it wisely. So maybe I will invest it. So maybe I will consume $20 out of it for my needs and $80 I will invest. So after a month, he comes back with say $200. Yeah, he comes back with $200. The first son comes back with a $0 and he is telling, I am again hungry and I need more money. The other son will say, I have invested and now there are $200. That is what he will say. The third son will say, no, I should not consume $100 only for me. So he will consume $20 from it and he will donate the remaining $80 to the other needy people. He will do that. And another son, the fourth son will say, oh, I got $100, I should always, ikkattha karke rakho, ikkattha, let us gather more, I will not consume at all, I will not use this $100 at all, I will remain hungry, I will do anything, but I will not consume this $100. Sangraha karke. 99% of us are doing sangraha for the future. भविष्य की कल्पना, भविष्य के भय के लिए आज इकट्ठा करके रखो, संग्रह करके रखो. So all 4 sons. So that means that after a month, what will happen? Each son will come with a different result. So even though we give the same amount of resource, depending on the skill and psychology of the person, the end results are differing. And because of that, we try to level and it will again become unequal. We try to level and it will again become unequal. So, in other words, the conclusion is there will be always levels in the society. There will be always the people with higher and lower level in the society. There cannot be total equality in any society. And there is a reason also about it. And the reason is lying in the theory of rebirth. rebirth के सिद्धांत के ऊपर है वो. मैंने जो किया था वो स्किल लेके मैं पैदा हो गया. I am born with the skills which I have exerted in my previous births. Good or bad, wrong or right. So depending on my skills, I will act, and depending on my actions, the results will differ. You give $100 to everyone, after a month you come and you will see there is again a disturbance in that. And same way for the other things, not only $100, everything, education. Same teacher is teaching 20 students in the class. Some students are extremely intelligent to learn. Some students cannot learn that much. They get less marks, they fail, they drop out. So there is always a level difference going to be happen. How equality can come? Paraspar bhava yantoma. This is what. So Devata in today's world, if we say an example, in a very crude example, Devata means what? Big industrialist. Big industrialist. So-called celebrities, but not the movie celebrities. The celebrities who work actually. These are the people who are Devata. How they are Devata? Simple. Industrialist needs us to get the employment and to work in the companies. These large companies, can they survive without us? No, they cannot. They need our contribution as an employment, as a voluntary, anything. Industrialist doesn't mean only money-making companies. Non-profit institutions, also, same thing. All the big companies, all the big institutions needs people to work for them. To work for them. Then only they will survive. Imagine everybody from a company just resigns. What will happen to that company? Even though that company is making the maximum profit, it's the best stock in the stock market, it will fall within a second. Within a second. If every employee of a company just resigns and stops going there, it cannot survive even 5 minutes. Can it? It cannot. So Devata also needs us. The answer of why does the Devata need us? Devata को हम क्यों चाहिए? हाँ, मेरी पूजा करो. क्यों करो? पूजा करना मतलब क्या? That is why Devata, even though they are capable, big industrialists, big politicians, they are capable, but they need us. We have to understand this. This understanding will resolve the issue of the complexes. The inferiority complex in us will be resolved by this thinking that I am also equal like Devata. मैं भी देवता ही हूँ. And we will come to that, how I am also a Devata. मैं भी देवता हूँ. Remember this sentence. मैं भी देवता हूँ. I am also a Devata. How? We will prove it. We will prove it today in next 15 minutes. What happens? If we don't work, the industries will stop. The business will stop. They cannot go even 1 second further. And this is the tool which is used by Mahatma Gandhi for the independence of India. I will not go in war with you. I will not do the bomb blasts. I will not kill anybody. But I will not work for you. I will not work for you. You beat me. You do anything with me, my body. But I will not work for you. That is what he did. The non-violence. This is the work. This is the work. Non-violence. This is what he did. The power which is in our hand, what? Our skills. A carpenter, a cobbler, a tailor. Not very big, IT, all that. No, very simple people, very simple. A cook, a receptionist, a cleaner. These people carry the power. If they stop, the Devata will not be able to survive. That is why Devata need the people. And people need the Devata. Because if I work, I need a salary to live in my life. I need salary. I need food for me and my family. When we understand this, the problem of superiority and inferiority complex will go. And also, each side will understand that we need each other to survive together. Parasparam bhavyantaha. Parasparam bhavyantaha. Issue of unequal distribution of resources will be resolved. And this is necessary to run the world. Imagine, suppose somebody thinks that doctors are earning so much money, so everybody becomes a doctor. Will the world be able to survive? World will not be able to survive. World will not be able to survive. सब डॉक्टर हो जाएंगे तो प्लम्बर कौन बनेगा? Who will resolve the problem of dripping water from a tap? If everybody becomes a scientist, then who will do the work of a cobbler, of a carpenter? So everybody is required. And skill in each person has to be contributed together in the society. That is how the companies will work and everybody will work together. Otherwise the society cannot survive. We need gardeners, musicians, tailors, cleaners, painters. World cannot run without a skill. So how all these people can live in harmony? That is where the Devata. Devata doesn't mean only rich people. See, in our mind it is very clear. Devata, कोई बोलेंगे देवता, अग्नि देवता. हमारे दिमाग में क्या आएगा? what will come in our mind? A person who is first of all very handsome, very beautiful, lots of the golden mugat crown, a golden crown with lots of diamonds. That is what the Devata. You see all the picture, Indra Devata. You see all the pictures like that. So it is given in our mind. Devata कौन? वही देवता जो बहुत पैसे वाला, बहुत एकदम rich, capable, powerful. That is देवता. और बाकी सब उसको पैर पड़ने वाला. भगवान कुछ दे दो, दे दो, दे दो. Give me something, give me something. भीख मांगने. देवता और हम सब प्रजा उसकी. नहीं, नहीं. It's not like that. Devata means one who has a specific skill. If I got a good specific skill of carpentry, I am a carpentry Devata. If I have got a skill of a cobbler, I am a cobbler Devata. Oh, is it? We don't know that. We know. That is why in the puja, when the Panditji is doing the puja, what is he telling? Grama Devatabhyo Namaha, Ishta Devatabhyo Namaha, Kula Devatabhyo Namaha. ये कौन से देवता? Which are these देवता? Which are these devata? Gram Devatabhyo Namaha. Kula Devatabhyo Namaha. Ishta Devatabhyo Namaha. What does it mean? What does it say? Otherwise it should be always like that. Who is Gram Devata, Kula Devata? Like Indra Devatabhyo Namaha, Agni Devatabhyo Namaha. ऐसे ही करो. Why? It gives an explanation, clear-cut explanation, the skills. The skills which I give to others and the others' skills which are taken by me, which are consumed by me. Grama Devata, the local support from the society. Yeah, I cannot live alone. I need a village to live in together. It's a social thing. I need protection. I need safety. I need social justice and acceptance. Gram Devata means what? Simple example. Suppose there is a family of young couple is there, they have got a young baby, okay, now they have to go out and they cannot take the baby with them. So the neighbor will come. The neighbor will come and neighbor will say, don't worry, I will do the babysitting of your baby for 2 hours. For 2 hours I will take care of your baby. Gram Devata. That is Gram Devata. He comes and helps you. देवता ने मदद की, बच्चे को संभाला 2 घंटा, हम जाके आए. ग्राम देवता, सोशल सोसाइटी, ग्राम देवता. कुल देवता, द ग्रुप ऑफ पीपल हैविंग सेम स्पेसिफिक स्किल. हमारा कुल कौन सा है? क्षत्रिय का कुल है. हम लड़के बताएंगे. आई एम क्षत्रिय. आई विल होल्ड द वेपन इन माई हैंड and I will protect the society. Kula Devata. Kula Devatabhyo Namaha. Whatever skills I come from, I belong to a family which has got that specific skill, I will exert that skill for the society. Kula Devatabhyo Namaha. Ishta Devatabhyo Namaha. Whatever is Ishta. Ishta doesn't mean always good for me. Sometimes it is bad for you. Yeah, taking a medicine and injection is painful. But it is good for you in long run. It is Ishta for you. At that moment, it doesn't look good. It is pinching. But it is good for you. Ishta Devatabhyo Namaha. So, that is how the people work in harmony. And that is what Parasparam Bhavyantaha. तुम देवता को दो, देवता आपको देंगे और ऐसे दोनों साथ में मिलके रहेंगे. परस्परम भावयन्तः. श्रेयः परम वाप्स्यथ. परम वाप्स्यथ. Avápsyata. You will achieve Shreya, prosperity, good, which is better for you. It is not prayer. So there is a word prayer and Shreya. Each person, imagine a society. It is utopia. It will not happen. We can't imagine. But once upon a time it was there. Everybody is working for free. A carpenter is working for free to make the cart, to make the wheels, for the people, for everything, for the doors and windows and everything. Free. He will cut the wood from the forest, he will make it free. The farmer is growing the food and he will distribute the rice and wheat and everything for free in the village. Everybody is working, but everybody will work for free. They will not ask for a reward on what they are giving. Can that society live? That society can live. that society can exist. Without money, everybody is getting what they want. The problem starts in the gathering. Ikatta karo. That is where the problem starts. But that society can live. In other words, you give your best skill to the society, to the people, to the institutes, and the institute will take care of you. आप कंपनी में काम करो, आपको पगार मिलेगा, वो पगार से कंपनी भी चले, आपका घर चलेगा, और आपने काम किया उससे कंपनी चलेगी. Because company needs you. Industries, institutes needs you. And this will be all institutes. I am not talking only many money-making industry. It will be non-professional industries. It will be non-professional institutes. It will be social institutes. Yeah, every institute. It can work only with the people which it is being served with various skills. So Devata कौन है? मैं देवता हूँ. अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. Although it has got a very big meaning, but here we can say अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. मैं देवता हूँ. कौन सा? मैं IT में एक्सपर्ट हूँ. मैं कॉबलर में एक्सपर्ट हूँ. That is what I am. That is what I am. मैं वो देवता हूँ. That is what I am. देवता ऊपर नहीं है, देवता स्वर्ग में नहीं है, देवता कहीं दूसरी जगह नहीं है. देवता मैं हूं, जो देता है वो देवता है. मैं क्या देता हूं? What am I giving? I am giving my skills. What kind of skills which I am giving? That is what I am, देवता. वही मैं हूं. इलेक्ट्रिसिटी देवता है. इलेक्ट्रिकल इंजीनियर और इलेक्ट्रिशियन, he can be considered as a विद्युत देवता. He can be considered. देवता doesn't mean ऊपर है, उसका पुतला बनाओ और उसको पैर पड़ो, उससे भीख मांगो, उसको बोलो मेरा भला कर दो, हाथ जोड़ के पैर पड़ो. No, it's not that. Devata means you are using your skills. Paraspar bhavyanta. It is very clearly God has told. Paraspar bhavyanta. Devan bhavyatanena te deva bhavayantu. Yantuvaha. Parasparam bhavyantah shreya parama vapsata. You work for Devata and Devata work for you. How can we work for Devata and Devata work for me? This is the answer. So Devata is not up anywhere. Devata is within us, which gives us energy and expertise to exert our skills. That is Devata. And then we work together in harmony through the Yagya, selfless, what we talked about in last two sessions. Imagine, we are always talking about team, isn't it? Anywhere you go, and it is always a team. Team mein kaam karo. Imagine there is a company where people are skilled enough, highly skilled, but they don't work in a team. What will happen? Will company work? The company will not work. Can in any sports, if there is a team, if they do not work in harmony, can they win? They will not be able to win. They will not be able to win. So parasparam bhavyantaha. You work for Devata and Devata will work for you. They will give you and you give your skills to them. So if they will give you, in other words, they are also needing you. So who is Devata? Devata is me. I am Devata. I am Devata in my area. I am not below. मैं उससे नीचे नहीं हूं. मैं उससे बिछड़ा हुआ नहीं हूं. I am not below. I am not a slave. A human is a slave of circumstances. लिख देते हैं बड़ा बड़ा. People write. A human is one who changes the circumstances. ये गर्जना होनी चाहिए. देश बदलूंगा, दुनिया बदलूंगा. ये गर्जना होनी चाहिए. That is human. Human is a slave of circumstances. No, Sanatana Dharma doesn't say that. Sanatana Dharma says, I have a capability, the God is residing in me, and I am going to change. That is what is there. That is what is, see, Devata, we always have a Devata in our mind. Agni Devata hai, aise pair padho, uska ye karo, Indra Devata hai. And also, the word Indra is very interesting. Indra means one who is a leader. He is having a better leadership and skills to to utilize multiple skills. As of today, you can say a project manager or any political leader, a good political leader. Yeah. That is why the word Indra means one who is the biggest. We have got a story, everybody knows the story, Gajendra Moksha. Gajendra. Gaj mein Indra. One who is the biggest elephant. Biggest elephant. Indra means big. Indra means bigger. He has a better skill, bigger skill, but he is belonging to the same skill. He is Indra, but he is belonging to the same skill. He is project manager. And then Indra, and then he has got, और फिर अप्सराएं नाचती, अरे क्या, what a explanation of the Swarga has been done in such a way that the complete understanding कि मैं देवता हूँ, we can't even imagine. मैं देवता हूँ, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि. I will utilize my skills and give it to the society. When you are giving, you are Devata. And then you consume other people's skills for yourself. Parasparam bhavyantaha. So this is giving an example of coherent society. Even though there is a difference in amount of resources consumed or possessed by certain people, they can still live together by the understanding through the Yagya that we need each other. We need people of various skills in our life. In back home also, I know, वो बोलते हैं कौन काम वाला, अरे क्या है वो तो झाड़ू मारता है. अच्छा, 2 days, only 2 days the maid servant doesn't come at home. Look at the situation of the home. Maid servant is taking how much? 500 rupees, 1000 rupees a month. Very, very less money. But if she doesn't come for a day, the whole house disturbed. So Kamwali Bhai is a Devata. You cannot live without them. Understand the word Devata. Devata means what? One who is get the skill and giving to the society. And then Shreya, whatever is good for me will be decided together. That is what is the Devata. Parasparam, we need, this is the sloka which gives an example of how a society, even with an unequal distribution of resources and wealth, can live together in harmony. This sloka is clearly explaining that. How the people with different level of expertise and different power and different resources available within them can live together in harmony, in a society. That is the explanation of this sloka. That is what this sloka means. Parasparam bhavyantaha Shreya parama vyapsata. Each of them getting Shreya. Devata is also getting and the people who are giving is also getting. That is what it means. It is already 11 o'clock. We will go to the next sloka, 12th sloka. That how, how once we get that skills and other thing from people, how will we consume? That will be in the next sloka, 12th sloka. We will come again next Saturday between 10 to 11 at Durga temple over here, and we will try to study it further. Till then, I wish everyone a happy weekend and happy time. Vasudevastam devam kansrachano ramadanam devaki paramanandam krishnam vande jagadguru guru brahma guru vishnu guru devo maheshwara guru sakshat para brahma tasmai sri gurave